Welcome to week one, or vlog one, whatever you want to call it, of the Holden Gemini project. That's the Gemini there. In this episode, so we're going to take the Gemini over to Gary at A+ Towing, over to his yards, put it up on the hoist. I want to have a good look underneath, make sure it's all sound under there, starting with a good base. Weld up a little crack in the floor that I know that's there around one of the seat mounts. Then get the car home, pull all the exhaust and everything off, pull the engine out. I want to pull the engine down, have a look and see what we're working with. Did a compression test. It's down 50 psi on cylinder 3, so blowing a lot of smoke. So there's obviously some sort of issue going on there. And plus, I'd just like to start from scratch and know where we're at with it, because the car has sat for many years. For those of you that don't know, the plan for this car is it's for my son Sebastian. He's 3 years old. I've always said it was his car, and when my big pro car, which is this one here, when that went bang at World Time Attack in the last demo, I jokingly said to little Seb that, oh well, you know, I guess we'll get the Gemini going now for Christmas. And the little dude hasn't let it go, so I want to be true to my word. That's the plan. Got 4 weeks now till Christmas, so I want to get in there, thrash on it, pull this motor apart, see what's going on, go and see Brian, Dave, and the team down at Phillip Heads. We'll do some measuring, see what we're working with there, and yeah, go from there. Also go up and see Brody Hogg, who's a camera guy. He's kindly offered to sell me a windscreen for the car, so you know, very thankful for that. Also want to weld up a little bit of rust in the driver's door for the entire car. That's the only rust that I could find. It's got like 3 little spots there. One little corner is missing, and a couple of little spots just under the base of the door. So, you know, for a 45-year-old car, that's pretty amazing. So I guess it speaks to its life. So plan is to cut that metal out as well, fold up a new little bit of metal, weld that in there, give it a skim with a bit of bog and filler, and high prime that ready for a bit of a coat of paint. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Sorry about my voice. Unfortunately I got a bit of a flu, so if I sound a bit sort of monotone, I'm pretty nasally at the moment, but you know, no time to be sick at the moment. Want to get this thing done. So yep, that's the plan. Want to be true to my word, so let's get cracking. Yoo! That's where the motor is now. Off to see the good guys at Phillip Head Service. Go and see Brian, Dave, and all the boys down there. They've been looking after all my machining work. As you guys know, I'm a machinist myself, but don't have the necessary stuff at home to do like tunnel boring and stuff like that. So I'll take this G161 Gemini motor down there, give it a measure up. Hopefully it's just a new set of bearings and a new set of rings, give it a hone, deck the head a little bit and try and get a bit more compression. Excited, to be honest, to I guess be mucking around with old cars again, all the new stuff we do with all our drifting and that. Although it's old school pushrod technology, obviously there's a lot of you know, ECU stuff that we have to do to be competitive. So yeah, something fun about mucking around with an engine that just pretty much needs power to a coil and some fuel, and away she goes. Dropped the G161 off, done a bit of measuring. Looks like we'll get away with just pistons, rings, bearings. I'm going to put a timing chain kit in it as well, just to be sure. Really looking forward to getting that motor back, put it back together, and yeah, run it in, get it in this Gemini, and hopefully do some cruising around summer nights, maybe go and have a look at the city cruise. And as an added bonus, gave me a fresh new shirt. Be rocking that. If you need any machining, definitely recommend them. You know their stuff. You know, got your best interests at heart, and yeah, that's why I keep going back, and will always recommend them. All right, back home. Okay, time to get after the rust here on the T Gemini. Said it before, the car is really good for rust. Just only bits of rust that I could find were just here in the door, just in this corner. Tiny few bits here as well. So what we do is we'll cut all, obviously, any of the affected metal out. A bit here as well. That there's already been taken out. You treat that with some rust converter. We've offset at the thickness of the metal. first week of the Gemini project. Just to, I guess, cap off what we did. Removed all the interior, welded up the floor, if you can see it there. Apparently it's a bit of a known thing that the seat mounts can crack on them, so welded that up and reinforced it. Took the motor out, stripped it all down, did some measuring, dropped the block, head, crank, rods, piston down to the Phillip heads. That's in the process of getting machined at the moment. So oversized pistons, rings, bearings, redo the head, do some porting, remove the rust from the driver's door. So there was obviously rust all in that corner, so obviously that whole corner has been replaced. All under there was 2 more spots under there that were welded and replaced. So that's been welded, bogged, and then hit with some high fill primer. There's just one little bubble there that I'll go back through and hit with some painter's putty, and then I'll block all that off and obviously give that a coat when we get around to it. So what else have we done? Went up and seen Brody Hogg, who's a local Canberra guy. He luckily had a windscreen, because this one's had a bit of a knock there at some point. I don't remember it being cracked when I parked it up, but they got a windscreen off Brody. He donated a set of extractors to the project as well, which I'm planning to cut and change them. He also had a 32-36 DGB Weber there. That's what I used to run like 25 years ago, 30 years ago on my Geminis. Probably 25 years ago, I guess. I'm not that old. So yeah, gave it a bit of a clean, removed all of the mouldings, cleaned up all the door jams and everything. So yeah, well, that's it. That's week 1. Got a few weeks to go. Hopefully this week we get the motor back and assemble that. But the plan is to keep pushing ahead with the body. So when the motor is back, we can drop it in, build an exhaust system for it, put a windscreen in, dash, some new carpet, and the stereo. Well, hopefully you've enjoyed watching along. And yeah, if you've liked what you've seen, keep an eye out for week 2.